Alright guys, it's Shalom with the Paradox Gaming Network, and today I'm going to be covering a game called Dustwind. Now, I know a lot of you are like, Jalon, what game? And before we start, I got to tell you that I got given a copy of this game for free to evaluate due to my work with Whovit, so want that out there. Now, when I heard of Dustwind and I saw it on the Whovit list, I was like, I'll take a look. Never heard of Dustwind Studios, though, so I went to their website. It's the first big project of this team, and I'm always a little iffy when it comes to games with a light webpage. There's no discussion of the team, no pictures of the team. It's like the team doesn't want to be known. But not to let that dissuade you, we have seen a lot of good games come from brand new studios. Getting into the game itself, I was really actually kind of excited about how many different game modes there were, and I like its capture the gas. Generators don't run on flags, get the gas. That's kind of, a unique spin. So I'm going to say I wanted to jump right into the game and take a look. It is a tactical action game in a post-apocalyptic setting. That goes a long way with me. I really do like the post-apoc worlds. We've had enough fantasy-based worlds to last a while. I like tactical action games as well because they involve more strategy. I love the fact that there's a lot of weapon choices. It's actually kind of weird. You wouldn't think there'd be this many different weapons, and there are. We'll take a look at those. There's no fixed classes. You can build your own classes. Really kind of cool. Really kind of cool feature of the game. You can play as a dog, and no, I'm serious. You can pick a dog as your character. Dogs can throw grenades. They can heal your other teammates. This is pretty funny to watch. Dogs can also be gunners in vehicles, so it's what the fuck out there. There are vehicles, they are kind of cool, and you do a little bit of base building. You put up barricades, you put up turrets, so kind of cool features. I really did enjoy my first couple of runs through. Now, I'm going to say graphics-wise, not the most impressive. I am not a fan of the Unity engine. I'm not a fan of the Unity graphics. Definitely not Game of the Year graphics material. What I will say is impressive is the soundtrack. This one grabbed me. I loaded up the game and I was working on something on this other screen over here. I actually stopped what I was doing and went back to the game because of that beginning introduction music just kind of grabbed a hold of me, and I was like, nah, I'm hooked. I want to go see. Immersion. Not really a game where immersion matters. You're not going to get attached to your character. It's, a tactical action game, so you're going to die a lot. But playing as a dog, that's still pretty awesome. Now, my last criteria is always ease of gameplay. This game's tutorial needs to be benchmarked by other companies out there. This is exactly how you do a tutorial. There are a lot of moving parts to Dustwind. But their tutorial is amazing, so you feel at the end you know what you're doing, kind of. I'm going to run you guys through the tutorial. I want to showcase the game in that light, so let's take a look at that now. Alright guys, so here we go. Here is Dustwind live in the flesh, and I'm going to say it's this music that really got me into stopping what I was doing on the other screen and drew my attention, which is a really good sign for the soundtrack of a game. Really, really good sign. Now, as you can see, I haven't done much yet. Just got into the game yesterday, ran through the tutorial. As I said, you got your map editor. You can do that if you're a map maker kind of person. I know a lot of people just have their fun making quests in Neverwinter and Star Trek Online, or making maps for games. You can get in here. You can make new characters, and you only get X amount of points to make your character. So you got your 10,000 creation points, and as you make stuff, you're going to you lose those points, and that's it. There is no buy more points. So that is a pretty cool feature. I will definitely play with this later on when I am getting into the game. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is this tutorial. I'm a big fan of tutorials in games that have a lot of moving parts. If you watched my Crusader Kings 2 video, you'll know that they just throw everything up on the screen, and then it's just, figure it out. Well, what they've done here in with Dustwind is they're going to take it through you in the crawl, walk, run, baby steps. So really, they break it down to the really lowest level. They say, okay, you can skip or rewind tutorial chapters. Hit skip chapter. That's it. That's step 1. And then they're going to do camera controls. You know, they're going to go through that stuff. What I want to focus on is I'm going to focus on like how they're going to build just the newest skills. So they say, here's how you move. And then when you walk in here, big pop box. Do not click on the enemy. Just walk around. At first, just, you know, walk and you're going to shoot. I got it. Sometimes you just need to move. And he's going to take care of shooting it for himself. Kind of an important feature. A lot of people get caught up on clicking the actual enemies, and that's actually going to have you walking towards them. So now the next one, if you want to do melee, you're going to run towards this person and ka-chop. That's it. They're done. Now, that's not that easy in the game. They're just showing you. Now, we've done play with guns, play with melee weapons. Now, we're going to go ninja. We're going to, you know, they show us the icon. They tell us the shortcut, and then they show us how it works. So we hit it. We're in stealth. Now we don't get shot at this time. And we do the same thing. Now here's why I think that's so important for a tutorial. Because I shouldn't have to, while I'm in a game, get all this stuff thrown at me at one time. What I'm doing here is I'm just getting it a little bit at a time. So I'm going to open this up, and then it's going to pause it. It's going to say, how do I do my tactical nut kicking? And that's with E. And then I put an arrow in them. And it's just that simple. It's the crawl, walk, run. How do I find items? I hit control. Now collect 3. So yeah, some people are going to say, but I don't want to go through a tutorial like this. And guess what? You don't have to. You can look up all the keybinds. And just jump in a game for yourself. But little things like switching fire mode and teaching you how to loot at the same time. Loot all, equip, done, reloading, and then right-click to switch to burst. I like that. It's nice. It's simple. And then, because, you know, when you come over here, who doesn't like burst fire on their weapons? Now, I like the fact that they go through and they teach you stuff. Burst and other area attacks will hit your teammates too. Remember that. It's going to hit your teammates. So, and then everything, they're going to do this. They're going to teach you how to heal, and they're eventually going to teach you grenades, and then it walks you up to a test. I think that's brilliant. It walks you up. It's going to teach you all this stuff, walks you up to a test. I'm going to skip through a few things, so bear with me, and I'll splice. All right, guys, so here we go. We are on our first little quiz. Now, I skipped through some stuff. Do not click on the enemies. This is key. It is key. If you click on the enemies, bad things happen because you keep walking through. And it wants you to use all of these things during this sort of quiz. So, okay, got it. You want me to go from here to this garage door. Doesn't seem too complicated. But, you know, it's going to be, because that's life. Pop myself into stealth mode. Just trying to check off everything. Good, nobody back. Oh, he was back there. See, he was hiding. And as we walk, we stop, we shoot. And we go back into stealth. And then, remember, since she called for help, friends are eventually coming. Always got to remember that. If you see somebody yell for help, there will be reinforcements coming. Make sure to deal with them accordingly. Too far. And always got to be careful. Oh, there we go. And there we go. There's the garage door. See, we made it. And then, you know, now they're going to teach me more stuff. Alrighty, so when you come into solo games, you're going to see that you have some options. You've got official maps. You've got player-made maps. If you're the kind of person that likes building maps for games, you might find some enjoyment here. I'm gonna pick an easy map. I'm gonna pick just this one just so I can jump in. Now, one thing you can change is you can change the modifier. You can make even an easy map harder. So, you know, there is this. I'm gonna go to default. I'm gonna start. Now, here's the thing. You guys saw that I could have made some characters. Now, some of these characters are locked out because I'm not a high enough rank and I haven't done any ranking up yet. So I'm gonna pull down easy to play. I'm gonna pull down Grenadier Light. I'm gonna pull down Snakebite, and I'm gonna pull down LS Dog because, you know, you gotta have a dog. Yeah, you guys, the dogs do have an advantage. They're quick. They're great scouts. You come in here now, kill every living thing not on your team, all of them. That's, you know, that's your deal. Now, as you move people around, always make sure that, you know, if you got shotgun users, that you keep them clean lines of fire. They will shoot each other. They'll shoot each other in the back of the head. I like to line it up. I like to line up nice and neat, and then I like to use the dog. Now remember, they will shoot and they will defend themselves. Especially melee users, you can run melee users with LS Dog, get their attention, they'll chase you, and then run them back into your field of fire. Oh, I didn't take them out. Beyond that, guys, it's an action tactical RPG. I don't need to teach you how to play. If you're a fan of action tactical games, you already know what you're doing. Like you see, though, LS Dog is being a little bit of a pain in the butt because he's so much faster. So you always got to be careful with that. Also, you got to realize that I know there's a guy up there, but you don't see him right away. He will start to shoot you in the butt at a later date and time. Also realize that, as you just saw, bad things happen. So it's not just a blitz run around and things will happen. You saw that, there you go, yeah. You saw that, as I came through, I got ambushed because I couldn't see in there. LS Dog is not the greatest at taking out people, but I will... How did he end up? Oh, I went up the top. Yeah, that's something you gotta remember, that you need to make sure that you don't click up on something. You will climb a ladder. How a dog climbs a ladder, I don't know. But anyway, guys, a really good game, really detailed, really intricate. I think you're gonna enjoy it. Let me drop back and finish up this video. Alright, so we always know the next thing I answer is, do people play it? It doesn't really look like it's caught traction yet. It came out on August 15th, so just about 2 weeks ago, and not really seeing a lot of people playing it. Hopefully that this video will change that. I do enjoy it. I am going to be spending some quality time with it. I have a lot of free time coming up to play some games. Survey says 2 thumbs up from Jalan. It's action strategy. The characters will auto-fire, as you saw. I really like that feature, so you can worry about placement and not necessarily worrying about clicking on things to shoot. Post-apocalyptic world is always a plus. And playable dogs, man. That's just, honestly, playable dogs. It reminds me of Red Alert Command & Conquer. Little on the pricey side at $24.99. I don't think the game is going to grab traction at $24.99. I think they're going to have to lower this price point a bit. They're going to have to get this up on Humble Bundle. They're going to have to get it out there a bit, and then hopefully gain some traction through some popularity. And that's it, guys. Real quick game review just so that you guys could see it. Maybe check it out. Keep it your eyes open for it. Put it on your wish list. Maybe see it on Steam, on Steam sale. See it on Humble. Definitely would pick it up then. If you guys want to talk more, join my Discord. Hit me up on Twitch while I'm streaming. And as always, big thank you to my sponsors. You guys make it possible to do the things that I do. All right, guys. You take care, and I will see you next time. Hey, where are you going? You're not done yet. See these videos? This video's up here to watch. You gotta go over here. Hit the chibi. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the webpage. And I'll see you guys on Twitch.